What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Panthers Advice. We have a few things to go over before we jump into Mingo's thing. Number one, Panthers Blueprint Series starting tomorrow. I'm excited for that. Why am I excited? Because I want to see Bryce Young's footwork. I'm not going to lie to you. I want to see his footwork, and I want to see who is taking charge, right? Which one of these receivers is stepping up? Is it X? Is it Deontay Johnson? Is it Mingo? When it comes to the tight ends, right? Tremble, Ian Thomas, what's happening there? The rookie, a lot to see there. The linebackers, because that whole front seven is going to look brand new. I want to see some of the new DBs we got in as well. So there's a lot to look forward to with this Blueprint Series. Number two, what do you guys want to see other than the Blueprint Series? You know, we got, I think, minicamp and then a mandatory one in a week and a half. After that, man, there's not going to be a lot of content. So I will do whatever you guys want. Don't make it too crazy, right? But any film study going over whatever you guys want to see, let me know in the comments, because that's what I'll do, I think, until training camp starts back up in late July. Now, with those two appetizers wrapped up, we're going to jump to the main course. And the main course today is Jonathan Mingo. And after you see the film, you're like, oh, he can play. And if you put him here like this, oh, big things might happen. Now, obviously, there's a couple things I want to talk about. But, man, he is a wild card. I'm excited to jump to the film and show you guys what I've been working on, man. Let's get it. All right, guys, now we're in the film room. Like I said before, man, today is all about Jonathan Mingo, the good, the bad, and how the Carolina Panthers used him. So not every play is going to be complete. I want to see if the Panthers really used him to his strengths. So right here, the Panthers run a rub concept. It's 3rd and 3. So they want Ian Thomas right here to run a rub route, as you're going to see, right? We want the rub route right there. We're going to let the play develop. We're going to pause it right here. You see Mingo, he's going to back up the DB a little bit. Hopefully the DB runs into Thomas. Bang. Mingo goes underneath. Boom. He's gone, right? Bryce Young does his job very well. As you see, single high safety. What does Bryce do? He looks to the left, comes back to the right. But as you're going to see, Mingo actually runs into Ian Thomas. So now Bryce has to wait an extra second or two for this play to develop. Now, could Bryce have hit Ian Thomas instead on 3rd and 3? Yeah, he probably should have. And that's something that Dave talked about in the offseason, right? Having Bryce check it down if it's there. Overall, not a bad play. I just don't love this concept on 3rd and 3. Let's jump to the next one. On this play, it looks like potentially man-to-man coverage. Watch what Mingo does right here. Once the ball is snapped, he beats the press, bang, cuts that thing in, and unfortunately, he drops it. It looks like the DB does get his arm in there. But let's run this back real quick and talk about the positives. First thing is, bam, he beats the press. DB tries to press him. Mingo breaks that with ease. The next thing he does is he sells this in route beautifully, right? Let's run this back just a little bit. Take a look. Bang. When he cuts, he's got that separation. Like I said before, though, unfortunately, it looks like the DB does get his arm right in there. He knocks it out. Maybe Bryce could have put that out just a little bit more, but that's two things I like from Mingo on this play alone. Bang, beats the press, sells that in route perfectly. Again, he's got to bring it in. Not the worst thing though, man. Let's keep it going. All right, the next throw we're going to look at, I'm sure you guys remember this throw. One of Mingo's best routes, one of Bryce's best throws early on this past season, man. Let's run this back real quick. So we're going to let the play develop, but watch Mingo right here. Mingo's going to have an inside burst release. Let the play develop, bang. Now, why is that important? Because Bryce doesn't know for sure if it's zone or man. So if it's man, that's going to tell Bryce this flat route might be open right there, because most likely this DB is going to go with Mingo. So you have the honey badger or the safety who's going to have to drop on the flat route. Then if you let the play develop, why else was it important on that inside burst release? Because now he has more room for the sideline right here. Before, if you run this back, if Mingo were to run a corner route right here, there's not that much room. So you're going to see an inside burst right here, then bang, he's going to cut that thing out, man. Great stuff right there. Let's keep this thing going. Before we jump into this play, this is the formation I see Dave primarily using Mingo in, and this is where I think Mingo will shine. You got Mingo right here and Adam Thielen. Now these two up top, we'll see what happens. You could put Deontay Johnson right here or X, same thing up here. But now let's talk about Mingo right here. Once again, lined up off the ball, has a little bit of room to dance, bang, beats the press, creates a separation, but unfortunately he drops it. Let's run this back real quick. Obviously, man, That hurts on third down. With that being said, let's focus on the positive. So right here, you're going to see Mingo does a great job getting that DB off balance. Mingo beats him to the outside. So now the DB is essentially playing catch up, right? Bang, Mingo's going to cut. That ball is out of Bryce's hands. Mingo comes around that cut. And like I said before, he drops it. There's definitely positives with Mingo. Unfortunately, man, his hands weren't the best last year, right? Definitely some things to work on, but I love that right there. Beats the press, as you're going to see, bang, and then cuts, creates a separation. Whew. Good throw from Bryce, especially on third down, but unfortunately, Mingo did not hold on to it. Still, I'm trying to look at the positives. Let's check out the next one. So the next play we're going to look at, you got Mingo right here. You got DJ going in motion. It looks like man-to-man coverage, a little post-corner route, bang, bang. And look at that separation. Look at that separation once again when he runs these routes. Look at this one more time. Bang, acts like potentially a post route, bang, turns into a corner route. I mean, that DB is nowhere near him. Nowhere near him. That's what I'm saying about Mingo. When it comes to these deep routes, if you give him that post corner, that corner route, man, he is going to create that separation. He does a great job on those ins and out routes, but you're going to see when the catch is contested, sometimes it's a 50-50 ball if he's going to hold on to it. Something I'm sure he's working on the offseason, man. Let's keep it going. On this play right here, you got Mingo lined up on the ball. Now, it looks like the Titans are in a cover two. Look, let's take a look what happens. So the play action, Bryce is going to roll out. You got Mingo running that crosser out across the middle, and he's wide open, right? He's wide open. I love this concept from the Panthers. Like I said before, cover two look. Safety up top right here. You get the DB playing the flat. So what the Panthers are going to do, they're going to take the tight end right here, push him towards the safety. Adam Thielen does a great job coming out, going back in this way. Now, that's important to watch, right? He's going to go back in underneath the DB, so the DB has to turn around, and he can't go deep to pick up Mingo, right? Let the play develop. Bang. DB turns around, and Mingo is wide open, man. Bryce does a great job with the throw on the run, and this was a great play. One of the few we had last year, but let's run this back real quick. Look at Mingo gets behind the linebackers right there, and then it's just all speed, man. Great stuff right there. Time for the next one. On this play right here, Mingo does a great job getting to the outside, and then it's just money, right? Great throw from Bryce, but good stuff from Mingo. Against the cover two look, you want to get to the outside. If Mingo's forced to go to the inside, he's going to run right into his guy, I believe Sullivan right there. Take a look. If he were to get forced inside, he's going to run right there, and it's going to mess everything up. Does a great job getting to the outside, and then he's open. Not a lot to break down. Great catch, great route running. Let's keep it going. On this next play right here, you're going to have Mingo lined up off the ball. We talked about why I like him lined up off the ball. Gives him a chance to put a couple moves on the DB, and then he's gone. However, let's talk about this when it comes to Mingo. Because against the Saints, I felt like there was a few balls he could have died for that he kind of let bounce right in front of him. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm nitpicking, but I love everything leading up to the ball bouncing right in front of him, right? On this play from Mingo right here, you're going to see him once again lined up off the ball. You got him on the slot. You get one-on-one coverage right here. And unfortunately, the ball is just a bit overthrown, right? Let's run this back real quick so you guys can see. Once again, man, putting the moves on the DB. Acts like he might be going left. Bang, comes back right. And then he creates that separation easy. The ball is just a little bit over his head. Let's jump to our last play. So in our last play, we're going to have Mingo lined up in the slot. And once again, man, look what he does to the DB. Bang, bang, creates that separation, then he's gone. That acceleration he has is crazy. Was the ball a little bit overthrown? Yes, a little bit overthrown. Could Mingo have dove for it? Personally, I really think he could have. But I don't want to nitpick. I'm trying to look at the positives from Mingo. And as you're going to see, when it comes to being a deep route runner, Mingo, one of the best I've seen. And I watch a lot of film, and he's definitely one of the best I've seen. Where does he have to improve at? It's the contested catches. The contested catches is where he has to improve. If he can improve there, Mingo is going to be a beast next year. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. A lot more content coming soon, along with the blueprint from the Carolina Panthers. Stay tuned for that. That should be exciting. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy.